Welcome back to Saxthorpe. We are into the second part of May, and we're just topping up the coos with some spuds. There we go. That should, and I was checking the weather because it's looking like a rather bleak May day, which, to be fair, looking out the window is not far off from real life at the minute. So how are they looking? That is absolutely fine. Health is good. Reproduction is 20% fine. Sheeps are borderline, but looking okay. Let's have a look at Fabric und Clothes. Looking rather good. And what's the value of said items? 296 currently. On its way back up, which is interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that. That can stay there. So, with the bearing in mind that there is rain on the way, we are going to start first cut. Probably should wait till the afternoon, but it would be a waste of an hour or so, wouldn't it? Can you tell that I've not been on here since the last episode? Recognise that setup, minus the planter? Yeah, might need to put those away. Where am I going? Here is where we want to be. So, the cunning plan is to just take a quick look in BCA, because snap angle 15, haven't got anything on low brake force. Okay, run on resistance. Okay, we'll see what that does. Right, so yes, the cutting plan, sorry, is to change, once we have it, everything unfolded. We're on widespreading, that's good there. Same for that one, marvellous. Oh yeah, because we did the whole cropping, didn't we? Of course. So we're going to do, I think, both of these fields for silage for this cut, and then next cut will be hay, and then if we get a third, it'll be one of each, possibly. That's the logic at the moment. But I was thinking we're going to do it like we'll mow it, ted it, and then we'll do a semi-dry silage. Is that right? Yeah. Rather than just conditioned grass. So we can lose that menu. Pull into the field a touch more. Power on. Everything get up to speed. Lower down. And off we go. It doesn't matter that I haven't put the conditioners on, because we are going to ted it. Bit of luck there really, isn't it? So anyway, I hope you're all well. I am good. Thank you for asking. Thank you, what I think, to the old YouTube channel members and the Patreons. You're all legends. I thank you. So yeah, plan for today, get as much done as possible as per normal. There has been, I haven't seen the field work itself, but there has been mowers, or tractors with mowers. There has been, they've got a merger. Now, let me show you what I mean in case you are new to the game. Let me find it. There has been one of these or something very similar going past. You can, over the hedge, seeing this sort of setup going along. So, yeah, it's quite cool. Or was it something along those lines, either that way around or that way up. But yeah, they've had that going past. There's been foragers going past. There's and then subsequently the tractors and the trailers. So yeah, silage season is a go. Like I say, I've not seen it in the field as such, but they've definitely been going back and forth past the house, which is good. And they've been going late, you know, sort of 10 o'clock. You'll hear the rumbling. You hear the tyre noise first, and then you'll hear or see the flashing lights going past. Yeah, very cool. Ooh, tractor. I'm like a 7-year-old kid, honestly. So yeah, that is the plan for today. Do as much as we can. It's going to be tedded, so the rain doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. But I thought we would do it the way that Maize Plus allows us to do it. So yeah, haven't done that for a bit. So I thought it would be something just slightly different for us. So I think what we'll do a couple of headlands, get the misbits in the corners, stick on a VCA course, and yeah, crack on getting some grass cut. So no sooner had we got the headlands done and the field opened up, the heavens have opened. So what we're gonna do is just finish this pass, fold up and stop, because as we know, after a while we're gonna start to get a little bit stuck. So we can power off, lift up, there we go, get it all folded up and go and park somewhere off the field. I have just noticed as well, or realised, that we have 2 fields that need spraying. I can't remember if I said that last episode. I think I probably did, and I think I possibly said I was going to try and get it done off camera, but I can't remember. So yeah, we're going to park this there. There we go. Thank you very much. Good job. Ooh. We put the old rain mac on this morning. And I think we'll probably get these shifted. There we go. Yeah, so we'll get these put away. And yeah, I'll see you when the rain has stopped. So we've given it a little bit of time for the grass to dry out. You can still see a little bit bouncy, a little bit soggy in places, but I'm sure we'll carry with the weight spread as it is. I try to roleplay, well, not roleplay, but the realism. Yeah, it is key, right? That is super. There we go. Seems to be alright, to be fair. Job's a good one. Lift up. No. How? No, I pressed the wrong button. Had to be fold, not lift. Remember, folks. Realism is key. Yeah. Come on, think power. Lower. There we go. Now raise up. There we are. And do the turn. Almost like we know what we're doing. Oh dear. Trying to use my side panel. Trying to remember to use the side panel, and that's what happens sometimes. I'm sure, you know, even in real life, they'd be driving down the road and press the Q button and the mowers or the trailer or whatever would just drop off the back, you know. I'm sure it happens. Anyway, he says, talking utter rubbish. Let's get this done. We might get the... I think the John Deere on the tedding. Like I say, we're going to go to semi-dry. Yeah. Windrow it. Bale it. Maybe not all today. Might just have a sort of a mowing and a tedding session today. And then next time we'll, you know, let it dry a bit, windrow it, all that's good stuff, and get the baler out. And like I say, should be good. We're not desperate for grass silage by any means. We've got quite a bit left, but it doesn't hurt to have it lying around, even if we end up selling it later on. But yeah, that is the plan. So I will do a little bit more and we'll catch back very shortly. I am absolutely 100% not nearly nodding off whilst doing this. Again, it's that, and don't you dare say it, I can hear people saying it, it's the drone. Yes, not of my own voice, but of the mowers. It's just, I don't know, just so relaxing. You can see why people find, is solace the word? You know, that sort of relaxation and comfort almost. I don't know. Getting a bit deep there, aren't we? But do you know what I mean? It's that, just switch off, go and do some work in a field, without the real life pressures of actual proper farming. Because although I would imagine farmers do have their sort of times when they are just chilled, I can imagine that it's an incredibly stressful, taxing mentally and physically job. Yeah, and I imagine that. Imagine the quiet times in a tractor for farmers that's probably spent worrying sometimes. You know what I mean? That's when the sort of yeah, things like that kick in, don't they? You sort of on your Todd, and yeah. Anyway, bit of a rabbit hole then. Right, I think what we're gonna do before we do anything else is give this a wash. It's blooming filthy. Then what we'll do is we will get it set up in the field, and job should be a good one then. So let's get it clean. And we can set it off, heading our freshly cut grass. Do have to say that I'm really enjoying all of the save games we've got at the minute. I think, I don't know whether it's because they're sort of, we've done the bulk of the work on Court Farm, haven't we now? We've made our money from pigs, well, technically pork, but, and, you know, Fairhead's probably got, what, a couple of episodes left? And this one's just, I don't know, it's repetitive in the sense that, well, it's not actually, it's the way that farming works. You grow crops, you harvest them. If you don't need them for animals, you sell them, you make money. And that's what we've been doing, and we've had a couple of years of that. Now we've got the sheep involved, who are making us plenty of wool, and then we're turning that to fabric. You know, we've got, it's just, I think it's really sort of got into a rhythm now. I like the way that we feed the sheep. I quite like that individual feeding. And it's not like it's difficult to do. You know what I mean? You just have to pay attention to what you're putting in, etc. I know for the cows, and Neil pointed it out, you know, we could be just making a very simple TMR mix, but I don't know, it would be significantly easier. You know, we could get a 40-something thousand litre whatever mixer wagon, and you know, when we get more cows we might do, but for the amount we got at the minute, I think it's cool. It's easy enough to keep them fed. I do think buying in grain grist might be the way to go. Potentially, don't know. Or, you know, we could simulate the fact that we are sending off our crops somewhere and they are doing the mixing for us and sending us a lorry load back of some form of grain, of the grain grist. That could be that could be quite cool. And it saves me a job. And that's what it's work smarter, not harder. Talking of working smarter, the work is cracking on making us some semi-dry grass. So I will finish up here, and I'll see you. Maybe we might take the windrower across to the field, just so it's ready for next time. But yeah, I'll catch you in a second. I apologise if that last clip ended rather abruptly and with me being incoherently rambling. My eldest daughter was ringing me. She's got the lovely experience of coming to work with her father for her work experience. Not that I think for 1 minute that she will. Well, you don't know, do you? This is what work experience is about, I suppose. Yeah, whether she will come into engineering or not, but yeah, she's going to the cool side of things, and to be with all the hip designers for most of a week, to be fair, poor girl. So yeah, she was just ringing me to talk about that. So yeah, I needed to take the call. So that is both of our fields mown, which is good. Now, we're gonna need to think. Right, we're gonna need the baler, which can go on the Fendt. We will drop the mowers to there. Something up with these brakes. They seem a bit spongy. Right, and put that one in front. There we go. And we want the rear weight. There we go. Rear weight. Front weight with the windrower on the rear. Really messed this up. Complete and utter noob. There we go. Super. Right. To the field. So hopefully they've got, what, 12 minutes left. What we might do is... Which way have they gone? They've gone that way. Never sure, you know. See, you know, when you see like Tom Pemberton, let's take his setup for instance. They do the headlands, and then do the up and down rows, but they've obviously got more control over each of the rotors. So yeah, I think we'll try. Let's have a look, see what it brings up. That's never what we mowed it at. Is it? Really? It might be, actually, to be fair. But we could move that across, couldn't we? Aha, there we go. Right. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try the up and down rows first. So, I mean, it might turn into an absolute pig's ear, but who knows? So how far back do we want to be? Let's go for there. Let's get that set. That turned on. We're not going to do all of this today, by the way. I do intend to spread things out slightly through some episodes. Right, there we go. And we're off. Now, we'll probably... Let's think. Yeah, I know, I do it occasionally. We'll turn left, I think, after this first run. We might... We'll measure it out. We'll see how it looks. I think we might need to do another couple of passes, but yeah, and then just whiz around the headland and tidy it up. And I don't think really it makes much odds. I suppose it's easier if you've got a nice square field. Then yeah, of course, absolutely get, you know, do the outside first. Whereas this is a bit bonky. Now that to me does not quite look like one headland. But saying that, we could do one and then pull the rest into... Yeah, that's the plan. Right. I know what I'm doing now. Honest. Honest, governor. There we go. And then lower that down. And that. Job's a good one. There we go. Lovely. Should be a decent crop off this. But we'll see. Like I said, we're not short of silage or hay. But it would be remiss not to make any at all. So that is the plan. Cool. Right. So I think what we'll do is we'll go to about there. Oh, there we go. We'll pop elegantly across the windrows to this one and do another pass down, probably one up actually as well, maybe. And then we'll skip back to the right, and that is probably where we'll end it for today. Yeah, a bit of grass work. Can't beat a bit of FS grass work. Saying that, and I can't remember if I've spoken about this already, I did cut the lawn last weekend? Yeah, last weekend. It wasn't its first cut, but it was the first one since I had done some repairs to the lawn, and it looks good. Looking so much better. There we go, drop that down there and there. What we'll do is we'll only run until we clip the edge of the field. There we go. Right, we can turn that off. We will get positioned for next time. And then job's a good one. There we go. Try and get it as square as possible, because otherwise we'll get little bits like we have on that one there. Super. Right. That is where we're going to call it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.